Alright, I'm back and just a little tired. Okay, crazy tired. Anyway, we always wonder what is the future of TVs. Fortunately, I was gracious enough to get invited to the launch of Samsung's QLED lineup for 2017, where they wanted to move beyond just having a great picture, but take this window that we live and breathe every day and make it into something that evolves with us. And to do this, the launch took place in none other than the incredible Louvre, right in the heart of Paris. Not only that, it's a city well known for art, style, and a very unique culture, a place in which you could say perfectly encapsulates Samsung's attempt here with their new lineup. We saw a few really interesting things, but first let's start off with the most striking thing about the flagship TV, and that's the design. Samsung have come up with some incredible designs in the past, but this just might be the best one. The general consensus throughout my time is that most aren't like us. They find TVs ugly, often negatively conforming the room that holds it. So the aim here is to break this stereotype through a few interesting design choices. Firstly, the clear optical cable that links the TV to the breakout box. Samsung have attempted this before, but now we have something that can be placed 15 meters away, which is pretty substantial. Controlling is all done through Bluetooth, so it doesn't matter where the breakout box is, you still point that remote to the TV, which is a small detail I like. So now, all of a sudden, the TV becomes completely free from all that stuff that normally ties it down, and this is where it kind of gets interesting. Hanging the display is quick, easy, takes up mere millimeters, but my favorite has to be that studio stand. Once you see the TV on this, all the small details start making sense. There's a lot to admire here, from the clean back void of any ports to the front where there's hardly any bezels. All of this will definitely appeal to those looking for more than just a piece of tech, but one that adds to the space that it's in, even when it's off. Okay, so you're probably wondering, what is the picture like? The SUHD moniker is gone and in comes its replacement QLED, which is a refinement on Samsung's quantum dot technology. Now, to be clear, this isn't a traditional quantum light emitting diode TV, but rather a quantum dot LED TV, with the main difference here being the quantum dot layer, which is powered through a separate backlight. There is still benefits to this approach though. So these new filters allow the TV to have a much greater viewing angle, an astonishing 2000 nit peak brightness, which is great for HDR, resolving those nuances in bright areas, and 100% of what Samsung are calling color volume. So the idea here is to keep the saturation of colors no matter how bright the image gets, as generally with other panel types, colors tend to drop off. So not only does this lead to more accurate colors, but also a more faithful representation as data isn't lost. Overall, the strength of this TV definitely lies with the push for HDR, as it full-on beats other competing panel types for brightness. However, when it comes to contrast, LED LCD panels just can't compete with, say, something like an OLED. To balance this out, local dimming is implemented and zones are now at 32 from last year's 12, so this should allow for significantly greater contrast ratios, although it is only edge-lit. Anyway, I must mention another TV Samsung announced called The Frame. Here they teamed up with Swiss designer Yves Behar, and honestly, it is beautiful. In what must be the ultimate quest to blend TV and home decor, this just might be the best around. So at a normal distance, it honestly feels like you're looking at a painting, and that is kind of crazy. This is done through a blend of various tech. So for instance, there's an onboard brightness sensor, as well as a sensor which automatically adjusts white balance to suit the ambience of the room. In addition, there's an art store which artists can contribute. The frame is made from actual wood, it sits flush against the wall, and there's a motion sensor which turns it off automatically when you're out of range. And hey, you can still use it as a normal TV. So guys, this video was part of a sponsored trip to cover the event, so I hope you liked it. Thank you to all of you for making this possible. And you know what? Leave a comment down below. I want you to tell me how you think this is going to stack up to the competition. Anyways, guys, take it easy, and I'll see you soon.